Hey guys, it's Alex VA, and here is part 4 of the Carl X Listener. Actually, I got this idea because of me, watching the show, when I got to a part. So, yeah, I got a really good idea. So, it's gonna go through, a series of days. I'll, let you know if we time skip, a couple days later and basically what's going on. And, yeah, so let's get into it. So you turn around when you hear your name being called, and you see a guy with long, shabby hair, looks homeless, walking towards you. So you kind of turn around and you give him a confused look and you look at him. Listener, right? That's your name? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm Daryl Dixon. Thought I'd welcome you. Yeah. We have a plan later to, I don't know if anyone's told you, I don't think Carl has, but Rick recently found walkers basically stored somewhere, so we're gonna try to get them out of here, but we're gonna need you and the rest of the teenagers to stay here. Make sure no one tries to go out while we're doing that, and that no walkers get in. Thought I would inform you. Okay. So you kind of just nod at him, and he nods at you back, and keeps this serious face, and walks off. And you're like, well, that was kind of weird. But you walk away, and you start looking for Michonne again, and you eventually find her over by Rick's house. Listener, okay, come inside with me. Sit down. You might be wondering why I brought you here. Listen, when Rick and Carl found you, and I saw what had become of you, and I realized how old you were, and how long this thing has been out. You've been out there probably since you were 10, 11. Is that right? And how many years did you spend alone? 3. So you spent most of that time out there alone. You're very strong. And I wasn't expecting that from someone like you, honestly. So I wanted to give you this. So she reaches by the couch and she grabs her katana sheath thing, the thing that holds it, and she hands it over to you. I found a new one a little while back and I wanted to try it out. But I saw you with that sword out there. Or Rick told me about how you were with that sword out there. They were following you for a bit and he was pretty impressed. So I wanted to give you that just in case if we came across another katana and I could teach you how to use it. Okay. Now, go out and have some fun, alright? Looks like your ankle's healing up too. So, we're gonna time skip a day or two when they're overdoing, their little, trying to, move the zombies from there to someplace else so it doesn't, so the zombies don't get to, Alexandria. And you're sitting, on the steps waiting when you start to hear gunfire. So when you start to hear this gunfire, you quickly shoot up from the steps, and your ankle is kind of almost fully healed now. You have a walking cast on, so you can kind of walk and like run limp in it. So like you're looking around and all of a sudden you start seeing fires go up across like by the wall. You're seeing people like coming in from the wall and like starting to like stab and go after people, and like you're starting to freak out. So you run inside of the house and you bump into Carl. Holy shit. Listener, are you okay? Oh my god. Thank God you're okay. What's going on out there? People are attacking. What do you mean people are attacking? We gotta stay in here to protect Judith. Here. So we're gonna like time skip to a little bit. So Eden comes into the house. So now it's you, Carl, and Eden. And we're gonna say like this is after Carl tried to get like Ron to come in. But because Ron saw Eden in there, he was like, nah, I don't want to. So you're kind of sitting in there, you know, pacing back or you're in there pacing back and forth, and like Carl's telling you to sit down. Like Eden's like, you need to sit down, like seriously, you could hurt your ankle even worse. Like they are both telling you to sit down. You aren't listening to them, and you had finally got so fed up with it that you grabbed your gun that was on the counter and started to walk out. Listener, come on, you need to sit down. It's alright, listener. Listen to me and Eden. Sit down. Listener, what are you... Listener! So you're out of the house at this point, and you have a gun in your hand, and your, like, knife thing that you were first with. It's like a mini-type sword thing, but, like, it's like a big knife. So, kind of like that, if you don't know what I'm talking about, like, it's like a dagger. There, it's a dagger. But you have like a dagger on your hip, and you're out there with the gun in your hand. And Carl like followed you out, but Eden didn't. So you're going out and like you're hiding and stuff, when all of a sudden you feel a knife at the back of your neck, and you hear a slight female voice. Don't move. I'm going to have you turn around. Don't try anything funny. So you start to turn around, but she didn't have you like put your hands up or anything. So as you're turning around, you start to like go and grab your dagger. And when you're about halfway, you pull it out and you jump on this person. And you guys start fighting. Like you end up knocking the knife out of their hands. But they somehow get you on the ground and they grab the knife from your hands. And like you're trying to fight them off, and there's one point where they start to like bring up the knife and bring it down, but you catch their hand before it could touch you. And like you guys are fighting back and forth, and you look into the eyes of this person, and you almost have a moment of realization. As you look into the eyes of this person, you spit out the word May. So the girl instantly stops doing what she was doing. She turns the knife away from you and drops it, gets up, and starts running towards the exit. Now at this point, you're like, no, I'm not going to let you go. Like, what are you doing? So you grab the knife, you put it back in your little, like, sheath holder. I can't remember what those things are called. Whatever it is. Those little, like, holders. And you start running after this person. And, like, gunshots are being flown everywhere. Like, none of them have hit you. And you finally get close enough. And you tackle this person. And somehow you end up, like, making her knock out. And you grab her and take her back to Carl's. So you get back and you open you fling open the door and you close it with your foot, like you slam it shut. And you take this girl that you believe is your sister, your younger sister, and you set her on the ground and you tie her up so she can't do anything, and you take all of her weapons. And like at this point, Eden's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing bringing one of those guys in here? And you look at her and you're like, where's Carl? Like, I need to tell him who this is. And she's like, she went out looking for your dumbass. And you were like, well, I think I know who this is. Like, stay here and make sure that if she wakes up, like, you need to come tell me, or like, you need to keep her from doing anything or getting away. And before Eden could say another word, you were gone. So you were running around looking for Carl, and you eventually find him somewhere near the wall. And you run up to him and you're like, it's not safe. Come on, let's go back to the house. I have something to show you. And so you guys run back, and he runs into the house, closes and locks the door behind him. And when he turns around and sees one of the people that have been attacking in his kitchen, tied up, is awake now, he flips out. Okay, listener, what did you need to show? Why the fuck is one of them in here? No, listener, you need to explain this to me right fucking now. Why is she in here? You think you know her? How? May? You think that she's May? And how do you know this? Her eyes. She has a dot on the side of her eye that's shaped in a kind of heart type shape. And when did you see this? So this girl tried stabbing you, and you just let her in here? Well, I guess we better unmask her to see if she's actually May. So Carl goes up to this person, and he grabs her hood and her mask and pulls it down, or pulls it off. And that's where I'm gonna end it, because I'm doing this at 10 o'clock at night and I am so fucking tired and I have school in the morning. So yeah, another cliffhanger for you guys. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your morning, day, or night. Bye-bye.